be the clock tower. As much as I'd love to continue this meeting, the poetry club does use the room after us, so I'm afraid we must vacate it post-haste. I move to adjourn this meeting of the newly formed Aphelion Academy Joint Student Government. Time is 7 o'clock p.m. Anyone second? Perfect. And again, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to the members of the day class that have joined us in this endeavor to create a shared governance over the entire student body. I do hope this helps strengthen our class's bond and allows us to learn from each other over this coming school year. I will see you all here at the same time next week. Safe travels back to your dorms.
Hey, do you have a moment? Great. I figured it would be proper for me to introduce myself on a more personal level, since we'll be working together as vice presidents this year. My name's Jay Sommer. As I said earlier, I've been vice president of the night class ever since my first year here. Is that the same for you? Oh, a transfer student. How interesting. And the student body still elected you to your position despite your greenness here? Ah, yes. I suppose your achievements would speak for themselves in that matter. No contest when you outrank the opposition and win an experience, huh? Well, regardless, it's exciting to have the day class council joining us for this year. In the past, the dean has been insistent upon keeping us as far separated as possible. Who knows what's flipped in that buffoon's brain to evoke such an about-face, but I digress. It seems our respective presidents have managed the transition fairly well. The meeting went as smoothly as any of our previous ones, and I actually saw the old man smile for once. Oh, I mean the night class president, Klain. As I'm sure you can tell, he takes his duties very seriously. We joke a little that he comes off older than his age, but let's not let him hear about that. Yeah, you're not the first to pick up on his foreboding aura. That's just how he is. Headstrong and untouchable. But I promise he means nothing by it. He cares about this academy more than anyone, probably even the dean. And your president, I'm surprised by how well she's taking it. Many in the night class struggled to keep up with Klain's intensity, but she didn't falter once that entire hour. And to see him sit so attentively as she spoke almost feels like they've known each other forever. Oh dear, I never really gave you the chance to properly introduce yourself, did I? Could you remind me, please, your name? Ah, and it's a lovely name, isn't it? Very suiting of yourself. Well, do you mind if I accompany you to your dorms? Classes don't begin until the strike of 8 for us, so I have the spare time. And anyway, I'm sure you're not used to being out on the academy grounds this late with the 6 o'clock curfew and all. You never know what beasts may be lurking in the shadows. I kid, but really, it would be my pleasure. Please, lead the way. So, what brought you to the academy? Yes. That's certainly not an uncommon reason to apply here. The Academy's prestige has held the test of time, and it's well earned. We rank at the top of the nation, with some of the best courses and extracurriculars you could ask for. You're very fortunate to have gotten in, with how low the acceptance rates are. Me? Well, I suppose you could say my achievements precede me as well. I don't tell many about this, but my mother is an ambassador for the state government. Works with a country far away across the ocean. I guess you could say that diplomacy runs in my blood. And the moment I heard of this academy's robust governance, I just had to bite. And truly, it has lived up to all my expectations. Speaking of the academy, how have you been settling in? You must have only been here for a week or two, right? Ah, I see. Well, if it means anything, I think you fit in quite well. If I hadn't recognized you as a new face, I surely wouldn't have been able to tell you were new. Oh? Yeah, I do have a knack for faces, surprisingly. You'd think that wouldn't be true given how many day students there are compared to us knights, but I make an effort to return their adoration. Ah, I'm surprised you aren't aware. The day class has a habit of fawning over us night students. To be honest, it's flattering, though a bit overzealous sometimes. I can't tell you how many declarations of love I receive in a given school year, let alone a month. 2 students were almost expelled a few years back for breaking into the night dorms. They were trying to give some chocolates to the president or something like that. He seemed tickled by it, but the dean had a conniption when he found out. It wasn't a very fun night. I think that's part of why the classes stay separate. Not only since the night students study separate subjects, but to protect us from unruly admirers, if you get what I mean. My studies. Well, all night class students have a standardized curriculum, similar to the day class. The courses themselves are merely of a higher caliber. I don't mean that to sound snooty, just that many of us have already received the education the day class endures here. Think of it as more collegiate. But because there are fewer of us, we are allowed to take some liberties in the direction of our academics. Me, I've always aspired to go into writing. The documentation of history has always fascinated me, and nothing would make me happier than to spend my life researching and chronicling underappreciated periods of history. It appeases the pragmaticism of my parents while allowing me a bit of creative liberty. A win-win on all fronts, I think. Oh, here, let me get the door for you. Huh. It's snowing out. I guess it is that time of year, huh? I've always loved how this season smells. Wait. We should hurry inside. You shouldn't be out here right now. I'll explain when we get to your dorm. Just please listen to... Damn it. Of course this would happen. Where the hell are the guardians? Relax. I've got this. Just stay behind me, please. Sir, you should not be here. These are protected grounds. Goddamn ferals. Don't you dare take a step forward. If you so much as try to lay a finger on them, I will eviscerate you. I will break every bone in your body. One by one. If you value what's left of your life, I suggest you make your time here short and flee while I let you. God damn it. Please, inside. I'm sorry you had to see that. Fuck, how do I explain this? This wasn't supposed to happen. If I tell you, you have to promise not to tell a soul. Not even your clubmates. This stays between us. And, well, with Klain, I have to tell him. Damn it. Let's find somewhere private first. Here, follow me. Okay. That was a vampire. A rogue one, at that. Wait, you've heard about them? You know? So, you're saying you saw a vampire attack when you were young? And you still have those memories? Nobody ever, came up to you and poof, they were gone? Society's usually more thorough than that. Though, I suppose it's not unthinkable. So you know that the night class are all vampires, then? Oh. Now there's that surprised look. God damn it, Jay, you and your fat mouth. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag then. You just got escorted by a vampire. No, we're not like them. Not at all. I suppose I have a lot of explaining to do, don't I? Well, take a seat. It's gonna be a long night.